Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is Control Ultimate Edition. And this is the P7 candidate uniform, which looks like a mix between a sweats and a convict's garb. Like, I was thinking Dylan's outfit was just because he was, in confinement. I'm going with this one though. But, because, he kind of was being restrained for killing a person. But they didn't want to get rid of him either. So he's essentially in prison. Now, alright, where are we going? We want to go to transit corridors. There we go. But, yeah, apparently that is just the candidate's garb in general. Great. Still, like I said, it looks like a weird mix between sweats and, oh, I should be in a padded cell. I love this loading screen design with the whole Hedron setup. Alright, so no, that's the way I need to go, I believe. Yeah, let me double check the map. Yeah. But we have places to explore. Over here. I have access. What the? What was that? Why did I have a freak out moment? Did I forget that I had the ability to enter here for a moment there? And it was like, oh, wait, you're taking damage. No, you're not. Never mind. Taking damage? Never mind. No, you're not. You're fine. Makes me wonder. Also, makes me wonder why it is so quiet in here. I was really expecting something. Well, that was weird. Okay. Hello, secrets. We're going up. Knock, knock. I'm coming in. Get in location. Typewriter. Page supplement. Typewritten page supplement, sorry. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. That makes sense. The spiral would be probably the Dark Place or Cauldron Lake at least. Because in Alan Wake 2, we learned that, it's not a cycle, it's not a circle, it's a spiral he's caught in. He's not just kind of a weird time loop of almost getting out, being stuck back in, getting out, getting stuck back in. He's actually working his way somewhere. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here they are all the same. It's a hideous trap, my every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion. Falls, bright falls, haunting. Wake, Alan Wake. Light switch, ocean, too late, and the final sentence, you've been warned. Yep, Alan stuff. So, big surprise. Alright, anything else over here for us? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. We're good. These are interesting transport vehicles. I guess you could, so they can move, like, items big or small. Access to ordinary, by rotating. Yeah, okay, whatever. Gotta deal with some things first. What's up? Alright, people want to float there. Be my guess. Wait, there's mold in here too. Oh well, at least this is floaty stuff.
These tracks. Maybe there's a control panel.
Well, it would make sense that there'd be a control panel, considering, you know, someone had to move this thing somehow. Not like they just tossed this thing in here. Okay, I love this design, like they came out through the vents, and they seeped into here. Of course, the mold being in the vent, one, it makes sense, but also not good. Oh good, and there's one of our buddies, the mind-eating such and suches. Thing there. Hold on. There's something here. Hey, you stay over there. Oh, it's okay. Don't bother coming over. No need. I'll be out of your way in no time. Bridge operator.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks.
Yeah.
Control panel nearby.
Hold on, I want to explore. Make sure I didn't miss any goodies in a side spot. Like, could I break those windows? Is that more guys showing up, or is that just the one thing eating some walls? I think those are eating some walls. Okay. Okay, those are non-breakable windows. And yeah. Alright, had my fun. Look around. Let's move. Alright. Doorway there. Probably the one I really need, but then there's also this one. Oh, maybe this is the one I need. Work chat teeth. Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that too, and you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Gross. Beep. Love that. Oh, I gotta get those out of the way.
Something's blocking it.
There we go. Won't be blocking it for long. I already blew up the ones on the other side, so we're all good. I love that I have to rotate this in order to, open this. Also the fact that that got stopped by that, and everything is just a nice little detail of, like, operational security for the big mechanism like this. Sterling, I'm pretty sure we go in there later. Ordinary dump site. Yeah, we'll be going there later too. But now we've got the ordinary off. Okay. Before we go in there, we had another door in here. You know how I don't like leaving loose ends. This is my doorways. There we go. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just pop in here real quick and clean up. Blast radius, rate of fire. I'll hold on to that one actually for the moment. Okay. And accuracy. Okay. Moving on. Anything else down here? No. Let's go! Ooh, side passage. Alright, ways down. Over there. Looks like that is the way to go. Because this door is shut. This feels like a secret wall! That's right. Shatter projectile boost. Ooh, good. Of that level, that could be really nice. Anything hidden up here? No? Oh, wait. This unable to open? Sounds like it. Okay, guess we'll go on around. Interesting. One of the things I will say, like, looking at all this, the level of stuff they put in here, not like a lot of it's, you know, the same assets over and over again, but they're used well and they look like they belong. You know what I mean? Cut that out. Not letting you blast me in the face with that thing. Is that another one of you? But, yeah, they look like they belong. This looks like another secret wall! Doorways, windows, actual breaks. Any of these pictures seem to be indicators. That's a lot of secret walls in short succession of each other. Any other goodies? Yeah, like, look at this pipework. One, that's kind of funny. And two, like, all these generators or coolers or I don't know what these all are supposed to be, but like the fact that these are all here and they look like they're supposed to be there is great. And they make this game, like, this could be a whole lot of empty space. And they made it so it isn't. Okay, what have we got? Ooh, hello. Nope, nothing there. Whee. Ooh, hello. A plane. Oh, is this... Wait, is the plane yaw? I'm trying to remember. They were... I think I read something about that. Or maybe the plane was what was used to transport it. I don't fully remember the deal. Well, there's one. Now this is way too quiet and peaceful, like I am sure something about me. Well, oops. I'll get that in a sec. They had one back here. Not like I need that many, is it? Do I? Do I need more of them than I initially thought? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Batteries are in place. They disconnected... Yeah, this is that plane that someone mentioned having to count every piece of. Isn't it? Yeah. They were examining it for potential being an object of power. Alright, anything... Don't see anything up here. Okay. We've got in there. Oh, there is another battery spot. Okay. Come with me. We'll plug you in. Elevators are working. Good. Transit corridor. Ordinary, I'm sure that being on fire won't affect the power levels anywhere at all. No problem. Don't worry about it. And another one in case we were having trouble finding one. Don't see any more places to put one. I missed one over here. Nope, don't see it. So yeah, I think we're good. Guess we're going up there next. What weird elevators. Like, yeah, we have an elevator here. It goes between 2 floors. That's it. Search for the slide projector object of power. That's the true ordinary. Ah, okay. Oh, good, you guys have one of those here. Just what I wanted. Why are there more of these things showing up? Oh wait, never mind. You're not one of those things. I thought you were one of those weird, annoying. I thought they were one of those annoying, invincible tornado critters. Nope, just an annoying guy flying. Airplane evaluation order. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector. Brought there through the New York subway tunnels. Special access. For more information on tunnel and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and something, the plane's black box is currently being evaluated. And initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Okay. Well, I'm seeing some object of power weirdness going on here. Those papers are trying to go in and out of existence. Alright. Side door. I kind of wrecked this place. Nothing else, nothing else. Oh, it's bright in here. Ah, my eyes. Transit corridor, turntable, yada yada. Right there. Let's read your notifications here. Ordinary Stage 1A. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. Okay. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot It was our secret playhouse. Jaden, Fayden, yeah. Okay, so that was our brother. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, note, likely Tom Barlow, missing, and his gang. Freddie, note, likely Frederick Bartwell, missing. Hugo, no one by this name was found in public records, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation house. I love that the projector has multiple slides, apparently, or had multiple slides at some point at least, that could open gates to different spaces. I don't like that sound I just heard. Yeah, that sound. I don't like that. Can we not?
You're listening to America.
Oh, I haven't found one of these in a while.
29 years shining a light in the shadows. Thank you for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. But that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother was there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language collar. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
And I'm betting some men with suits were quickly dispatched to said caller's place, because we know the America Overnight was just their cover for digging up things, and someone was getting onto their Ordinary cover-up. It all occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, slide projector, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Fayden, 10 years old at the time, oh wow, and Jesse Fayden, 11 years old, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. For details, a team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The awe had ended, but the team found the Fayden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews and prime candidate program files. So there were other survivors besides the Faydens. Interesting. But it looks like... wonder what happened to the others.
There is a curious
There we go.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
So, humanity are the orcs, essentially, like 40k universe of the unconscious belief system being able to twist reality and make certain things real.
With the yet unknowable forces intruding.
Ordinary, stage 4A. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. Witness testimonies. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us. But then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog. Like a melted dog. But I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard it immediately. She promised to help. Jesse Fayden, therapy session. Alright. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Dylan Fayden. Alright. Extrapolated information. Additional slide designation hand is verified in Bureau possession. So they do have more than one slide. Okay. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity. Designation Dog Neil. Interesting. Dung monkeys. Interesting term. So it sounds like, yeah, the ordinary thing didn't involve the hiss. It involved something else. But to what extent? We're not sure. Something about it apparently changed children and got rid of adults. Hello? Ordinary Awe, Stage 2. After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter, or something very dark. The Not Mother lived there with her babies. Children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Alright, well that makes more sense. That's what they were referring to with the children joining them, and yeah, dung monkeys. Great. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation. Temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation. Not Mother. Something that fed them with a substance and turned them into its minions? You guys just gonna hang out there? Okay. So, on my way.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Fayden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In ordinary, you had a friend. Nosebleed Needle. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Needle turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Well, I mean, it sounds like they handled Dylan so well. And by that I mean they really don't know how to talk to children at all, especially superpowered kids. And at least at that time, it sounds like Dylan was sincere. To me, it sounded like Dylan was sincere about Roberts being an accident. But they definitely could have handled that better. We're going to save up to get my flying ability up all the way. That's at the same time, I can see why they probably wouldn't let Dr. Darling near him, just on the off chance that Dylan did do something. Darling is too vital of a person for him. Ordinary Awe, Stage 1B. The second slide we called The Meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we'd come out, everything had melted around the projector. Interesting. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. So that's how Neil became a melted dog. Okay. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. Alright, that explains how they got it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation, meadow. Alright. Beep.
Let's see what they have on ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Alright, we were in there. I don't know if I've been in a few of these areas, but... Alright, we're almost starting to have a fight here, right? Why is this building red? Was this our house? Oops. I love that they made it so big and yet so small. Like, it's still not big. It's not big enough to actually go in, but it's like a model of a town, but it's also too big to be nothing. Like, it's too big to... I'm not explaining this right. Like, it's too big to just be a normal model of a setup. It's like they wanted to get enough detail in there, but not enough to bother putting the whole place together. Stage 2. Alright. And stage 1. So this would be the dump where the projector initially was, I guess? And then... I don't know what maybe it was epicenter stuff reaching out, going from there. I'm not quite sure what they're meaning by the different stages. There's some of that. Or maybe different areas were affected in different ways. Oh, shush. I don't care about the hiss. In that regard. Alright. Ordinary stage 3. Okay, so this is public school. Witness testimonies. Okay, so it's like relation to what these notes are talking about. That's what the stages are about. Duh. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were ticked, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. I was responsible. Did I? I don't know. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result from slide projector-related awe. So yeah, so basically, different sort of invasion. I kind of hope that someday they make a prequel game, or maybe in Control 2, maybe they do a visit to that one, like a Dylan flashback to that time, or maybe there's so many things they could do with it. They're like, all right, there's something else. But like, I really kind of hope they do something. You know what I mean? It's just because it sounds like some weird stuff went down, and it would be kind of cool to see what happened with it. You want to shoot another thing at me? Yo? Going with those grenades or not? Ah, almost messed that up.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Oh, this is breakable. That's cool. Boom. So the school, Alright, yep, the dump. Why did the other one say some of these other things, maybe? Either way, fun times. So, yeah, they were playing with the slides, had their own secret areas, but then there was that building with the temple, the Not Mother, and the bullies apparently became her minions. So, question I have is, how did Dylan and Jesse know about that slide and not become minions themselves?
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What?
I don't know matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No, Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris, she's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused.
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
I'm guessing Jesse escaped that mess, and also, so the Bureau had warning that she would be coming, very likely, and that Polaris, I don't know if they made the connection to Hedron, was reaching out and calling her to it. So, I don't know. They seem to have been aware of a lot more than, at least some of them were. I'm guessing a large, like, I could see it being very easy for, like, someone in Jesse or Dylan's position to blame the entire Bureau. But it sounds like most of this stuff would be need-to-know basis, like, security clearance levels, that only a few people would actually know about in higher-up positions, and most of them probably wouldn't even have the full info. Ordinary supplement. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Fayden, for relevant information and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Fayden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, Dylan Fayden claims there were 8 slides for the projector. Jesse Fayden mentioned 9 slides. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Hold on. So Dylan claimed 8 slides. 1 they found, and 6 were destroyed. That leaves 1. And Jesse says there was a 9th, so that leaves potentially 2 unfound. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Fayden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides, probably to stop what was going on. Actually, think about it. How did they burn the slides? All of the other Oz we've seen are basically indestructible. So how did the slides actually get destroyed? Was it because they aren't necessarily they were only a tool for the projector that is the Oz? Or did they have, or it's because of Polaris' help that they were able to destroy the object of power partially? Questions. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the ordinary town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this all will be investigated in the containment sector. Great. Also, something I was thinking about. Well, one, Jesse knew about Thomas Zane. The reason no one else has info on him is Thomas Zane, if you remember from Alan Wake 1, Thomas Zane erased himself from existence. Evidence of himself when he went into the Cauldron Lake dimension, the Dark Place dimension, to try to shut the door again, essentially, and deal with things. So Thomas Zane did that. And hang on, I don't want to have something happen while I'm going over this. Also, I was thinking about it. Something like Old Gods of Asgard. All of their songs are usually in relation to the game they're involved in, and they usually reveal a lot about the world and the story and what's going on. And then I was thinking about it. There's one song of theirs that I never really gave a lot of thought to before. And that is Children of the Elder God. In Alan Wake 1, you have a fun little concert battle with fireworks going off all over and helping you fight the Taken while that song is playing. And that made me think, with Ati kind of being a god-like entity himself, the Old Gods of Asgard being, kind of embodiments of some, being kind of having some god status as well to some degree or another. Mr. Door. But then, the Children of the Elder God, all that stuff. What if all these other people, these people with the paralitarian abilities, are also children of some elder god? Alan, the Faydens, and a bunch of these other people. What if they are, have some ancient ancestor in the universe? There was some elder god. And that is why they have their weird powers. That's why they can bend reality, jump between worlds, and neighboring realities and all that. And because the songs the Anderson brothers write always reveal something about that universe and everything, and that whole thing about there being children of the Elder God fighting against a scourge of light against the dark. It makes sense that anytime we play these people, they're always fighting against some invaders, and the darkness and things like that. They are a beacon of light essentially for the world, potential able to save it. So that was just some fun thoughts I had for something I hadn't really given thought to before. All right, let's move on. All right, they brought the dump. Great. That would have been a nightmare.
The whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
In their defense, this is a really tiny landfill. Dump cessation of work order. By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the something department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personnel effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the types used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Alright, we have a way up. That's interesting. Let's go up first, I guess. Globe supplement. The item was found in the penthouse suite at Toronto belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including, and this item, Mr. Wolf was arrested. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question. Article by the Toronto Daily. Yeah. That's a question that's kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nut job radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati. It's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. No, he's under arrest by the Bureau of Control for screwing around with stuff. Okay. So I've got this whole area. You're in my place now, boys. I have the high ground. You can't win. Can't beat me, I have the high ground. You really can't. I mean it, I've got the high ground. You can't come up here. No hiss allowed. That didn't quite work. That's why I get trying to be creative with it. No. Back down you go. No. Access denied. Where's your buddy? Get over here. Let me kill you. There we go.
We should check that lab.
Alright, so this is like, what, a little grid crane so that they could help them search the place? Okay, well, I see a thing to grab over there. Might as well. Get something good out of it, maybe? Now let's get searching for goodies. I believe this will open up to the turntable, right? Yeah, that's the turntable area. Now we have to cross over to the other side, which means I probably have to turn the thing again. Guessing something will try to stop me. First, let's look around here, though. Oh, got a jukebox token out of that. Okay. Wow, this place is filled with stuff after killing all those. Yes, there. Any collectibles? A lot of low-level mods. Kind of wish I could tell it to only grab mods of a certain level, just to narrow down the number of times I have to exit. I have to go in and empty things out. But at the same time, I guess it's probably a good idea, just because this looks very much like a certain fridge I know. I guess it's probably a good idea still in some ways, just because I still get resonance for disassembling them. Hello.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important.
Dimensional research.
Oh, it's on the other side of the ashtray case. I don't like how Dylan just smiled at us. Okay, we're getting a whole lot of missions all of a sudden. Alright, hold up. Hotline. Descent. You have heard wrong. Fake news. The board is A-OK intact. The rebel faction descent is former fired. The crisis purge is over. This is not a matter of worry for you. It seems to be a worry for me. You can hang up now, please. It does indeed seem to be a worry for me because the former, your fired coworker there, is causing trouble. Hold on.
Dylan's a lost cause. I know I struggled to see this, but we contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall. Back when it was just one person. So many dead. I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon. Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Okay, so that makes it sound like that Dylan killed more people afterwards at some point, and then they really contained him, and that's when he ended up in the Panopticon. Okay, so why did he kill more people, though? Was that because of Darling ignoring him? And I don't know. There's a lot of questions I don't have answers to in this regard, but I definitely am still putting a chunk of this on them for taking a kid and probably not handling it very well. I mean, we've already seen their idea of teaching kids stuff with the Threshold Kids setup, and just how well that went over. You know? So I'm thinking these people don't know how to do a lot with kids at all, and that this is a whole mess, but also we don't know quite the entire setup there. Investigate the sector elevator. Hold on, what? Map? Map? Investigate the sector elevator. I think this is the, okay, I think this is tied to the Alan Wake DLC for this game, which I will be doing because it's awesome. But I think I have to get back to the sector elevator first. Why am I not going in here? Hi there. You're done. Hi there. Why are you here? Why are you coming after me? There's plenty of tasty hiss lying all over the place, and you come after me. Rude. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here that I should be able to do. Sterling, maybe that was a later mission. I know we go back in there. I know we get in there eventually. I mean, it's on the map and it's marked with question marks and everything. Maybe it was the later mission thing. All right, first off, let's go here and get that. And one more to finish. One more point to finish that. Fast travel. Central executive. Yeah, I gotta go up there because we gotta get to the ashtray maze. It'll be the easiest route for a lot of things, really. So, boom, central executive. And it's a good spot for us to get some more talking to people, probably pick up a few more missions, all that junk, before I have to call it a night. Okay, what have we got here?
Lots of errors on this phone.
Interesting. Nothing new from you.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
Are these new or... I don't think
What's
so.
the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still,
Okay, yeah, we've heard this before. Yep, nothing new.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Okay, nothing in there, nothing over there. Let's see if we can talk to our medic dude that we rescued. Nope, he's still helping the one guy with his leg. Making so much progress there. Do we talk to you next?
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it.
That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Alright, so we got a new mission back at the turntable. Working with Darling, Jesse, studying Dylan. This is all old stuff.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he...
So you know...
Yeah, we already saw those. Yeah. Double checking.
Recruit me, I accepted.
Marshall.
Okay, exit.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
Alright, let me look around. Anything new to pick up? No. I'm betting we can talk to Dylan next. Nope. Okay, nothing. He's off in La La Land. Okay. Next up. Let's see. Instead of
engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Fayden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
all right.
This out.
So cool. Now we've got that one.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Fayden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Fayden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. from her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Fayden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Fayden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Fayden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Fayden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
All right. So yeah, that's definitely the Alan Wake DLC, which we will probably do next time, honestly, because it's awesome and I love it. But first, search for the slide projector in dimensional research. Finish Tango. Oh yeah, because we have to get Audie's help to get through the ashtray maze, which is also an amazing thing, but we'll put that out for a little bit, I think. Yeah, trust me, that one is awesome. Oh, so much good. I just hope it doesn't end up being a copyright issue. I don't think it will be, but it's complicated. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Let's deal... time... I really want to try to deal with Tomasi before I close up for the day. Yep, there's the ashtray maze and that mess there. Turntable. Let's go beat up Tomasi. And I think this is how we get into the Sterling off. Oh, Tomasi! You got away last time. Now we gotta have words. Yep, that's open. There we go. There's our Sterling on. If I remember right, this was kind of a cool one too. Just shot over his head. There's his buddies. Where'd you go, Tomasi? I mean, we should have been doing that from the minute he got kiss corrupted, didn't we? Well, I guess that's a debate on things anyway, just because of the time constraints. Nope. Cut that out. There's a lot of you in here. Are we done? Alright, Tomasi's been taken out. One less superpowered hiss flying around. But before we leave, we're gonna look into this thing because it's cool. Sterling summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising something. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in black rock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading to the oldest house. I love that the oldest house has a subway transit connection. Okay, let's do a quick look around. Anything else in here we can do something with? Alright, music we can't listen to. Got it. I don't hear anything, so yeah, must be copyrighted stuff. If you like listening to various music bits, that's one thing that Game the Game for yourself can allow you to do, or you could probably look them up online. Like, hey, what songs are in this? And then I bet you can find the official versions or something somewhere online. Up we go. Anything up here? Oh, there's one. Nothing over there. One sec. Is that something? Oh, it's a rock. Okay, I was like, I saw something and I wasn't sure what it was. Okay. We're clear here, we're clear there. Been over there. Hit all that. Time to head into this. Anything underneath? No. Okay. Sterling supplement. Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately no noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. Structural analysis of the material does not... Something on record, probably not on the periodic table would be my guess. The sphere is a broken portion, as if something broke from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. The communications department officially stated that to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also using the America Overnight program. This all will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigation sector. Missing a piece, huh?
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality. Thank you for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There are reports of a large spherical container that crash-landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors would like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
They really like to put aliens as the answer for some of these things. Let me just get that marked out so I don't have to have it beeping at me a bit, or blinking at me rather. Okay, so yeah, this just appeared, missing a piece, it sounds like. Wonder what is missing from where that caused it? For them to make a statement like that? Don't see anything off. Interesting design though. Okay. Let's head on out of here. Back to Emily, we will finish up with this. Nice quick mission. In and out. Fast travel! Woo! Executive! Wonder which dimensional space or whatever that's supposed. Like, where did this thing come from, though? Like, because that's interesting. Especially the fact they just manifested. It didn't seem to actually already be there, or any of that sort of usual issue.
What can I help with?
I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
Alright, 3 ability points for that.
Don't
Sick.
let me hold you up.
Worth it. I wish I still could use my powers while in here so I could zoom around faster. But I guess there's reasons for that. Alright. Finally can get max levitation. And a bit more sea speed. I should start using that more. Alright, that's done, that's done. Let me check my missions. So, research sector to find dimensional research and the slide projector. Yep, I do need to do that. But first, we're going to do the dark place. But I don't have time to do it tonight, unfortunately. I would love to, because I love all this Alan Wake stuff, especially. But next time. Next time we will go and we will deal with the dark place. Should be fun. Or at least we'll deal with it as much as we can. I don't remember if we have to make multiple trips there or not. I think it might be a one and done deal. I can't quite remember. I know it's like a whole section though, so it's not like a quick thing. It may even take more than one episode. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I remember it was kind of interesting. Alright. Made some progress though. We learned a whole lot about what happened to Jesse and Dylan in Ordinary. That is some very strange stuff. With the monkey, with the not mother and whatnot. So much interesting. Comments below, any fun things you've thought of for like theories and whatnot? Or favorite parts of some of the items we found? Otherwise, hit like and subscribe to keep up with the releases if you're new here and haven't done so already. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great night. Bye!